All right, so uh, they've been set free for over 24 hours now, and there was a lot of dead bees uh, on the ground underneath there. I decided to put this extra inner cover right at the base. I wanted to see what they were pulling out, and so it seems like even the stuff that they have dropped on top of that, they've cleaned out. There is a dead bee down there, right about there. I saw one pupa, and it looked like it was big. I'm guessing it was probably a drone pupa earlier. And but what I really like that I've been seeing is a lot of pollen coming in. And this is a good spot because there's a ton of flowers right now. Asters. There's even goldenrod down there. You can see. I set some pollen feeder out, dry pollen feeder out, and they haven't touched it. Neither have my other bees really. But if you watch, you'll see they are bringing in some pollen, and I'm really excited about that. What's cooler to add to that is that the pollen they were bringing in is of different colors, so that means there's more than one pollen source. There's a nice little bee with pollen right there. See that? Another one right behind her. And so that little piece of hardware cloth that you're seeing right there, I just added that 5 minutes ago. That is a mouse guard. Although it's probably a little early for mice, I want to help them out as much as I can possibly help them out. And then I also just put that piece of wood right there in front of the entrance and reduced it in half. Earlier, before I started videoing, maybe 10-15 minutes ago, I was observing yellow jackets trying to get in. And I'm very encouraged because there were 3, 4, maybe 5 yellow jackets that tried, and they were pestering them and pecking them, and they were fighting them off and defending their entrance very good. So I'm very excited about that. As you can see, more pollen coming in. And so in the last 5 minutes, I have not seen a yellow jacket since. It seems as though they have dealt with the yellow jackets thus far. But for a few minutes there, they were really going at it. And I did see a yellow jacket or two get in, and then I saw them getting balled up, and then they came back out and flew off. And so far, I am impressed with what this weak colony is doing. They are defending themselves. They are obviously bringing in a good amount of pollen for as many foragers as they have. The cool thing is the pollen sources are very close. There are a number of pollen sources here, but the bees are all over these. Most of these are asters, and there's different varieties of asters. I know they're late flowers and goldenrod. So as you can see, if you just look, the bees are all over, and then they've got more back here in the orchard area. So yeah, I'm really impressed. They have not, however, been touching their sugar water. I gave them back there. They have not been touching that very much, and so that concerns me, and I'm hoping that they are collecting some nectar as well. But, you know, my first day observations, and here's the other thing, I've been messing with them a little bit, trying to get things adjusted. They haven't been terribly aggressive toward me. In their defense, they haven't bothered me. I think they feel pretty good about it. I think they like their new setup. I hope it benefits them. And yeah. So day 1 observations, not going in. I'd love to go in and look for the queen and see if she starts laying, but I'm going to give them probably 7 days and see if we can get a warm day maybe next weekend, to go in and take a look at them. If I see that she's in there laying, I'm probably not gonna open them up until one more time. Might do one more mite treatment next month. I will need to deal with their configuration. You know, if they're gonna fill up those boxes up top, then great. But if they can't fill those boxes up, then we shouldn't bother leaving 2 boxes. I'll just give them 1 box and a super, a medium super, and then hope that they can fill the lower box with honey before the end of the year. Let's zoom in on that entrance here for you. Looks like I've thrown a couple off with the caging there, but that colony couldn't take a mouse trying to get in there. So now they've only got an entrance of maybe an inch, which is good for a colony that size. Should be easily defendable. There's plenty of bees in there and there's only that one entrance right now, so there's nothing or nobody can get in through any other cracks. I will have to keep an eye out for ants, because it's not sealed tight up there. And ants might be able to sneak in there, and that wouldn't be good. Hive beetles as well, but we'll just have to do our best here. Well, now they're showing some interest in me. More pollen. It's hard for me to tell how many foragers they have at this point. I don't think they have a ton. Haven't seen a yellow jacket in a while, though. That's good. Now that one with the pollen is like, wait a minute, there was an entrance here a while ago. Oh, there it is. More pollen. That's great. I was kind of hoping to catch a yellow jacket trying to get in there. Get its butt kicked. I like when yellow jackets get their butt kicked. This is great. So far, so good. Ooh, I don't know what that was. Was that robbing fighting right there? Did you see that? They started to tussle and that one dropped down there. That might have been another. I don't understand what would be in there to rob. I could understand for a yellow jacket, because if I know about yellow jacket. Well, there is honey up top, so I forgot there is honey up top. But there's not a ton. And yellow jackets, if I understand, this time of year want protein. So maybe the yellow jackets are going in for the larva or something. I don't know. Something to consider. Look, there look like more fighting there. See that? Oh, there's more tussling. That one got thrown to the ground. So it might be a little bit of robbing going on, or attempted robbing. So far, it looks like my girls are guarding their home pretty good. That's encouraging. I'm going to shut the camera off and wait for something exciting to happen, and then I'll turn it back on.